What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from August 25th, 2020, and this will be your AEW Dark results that took place in Jacksonville, Florida, and Daily Place. Your commentators were Tony Schiavone, Taz, and Veda Scott. And I should mention too, by the way, folks, which I didn't get to mention from my last previous review of All Elite Wrestling when it comes to Saturday Night's Dynamite. Veda Scott was commentating along with Jim Ross, Taz, and Tony Schiavone during the finals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Cup Tournament that featured basically the Nightmare Sisters and Brandy Rose and Allie versus Diamante and Ivelisse. And we all know the results that Ivelisse and Diamante is winning the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Cup Tournament of 2020. And I know Diamante is there for the long haul for AEW. Hopefully that also means Ivelisse is also there for the long haul too, but we'll see. Because she's a good fit in AEW, and she's good. Basically, with Ivelisse, she's a good fit anywhere else. Hopefully, she could keep her attitude positive. Because I've been hearing a lot about her. For those, I'm sure you already know already. I'm a broken record when I'm talking about this, but she's got an attitude. But that's something that she needs to work through. Hopefully, in AEW, she can work that out, and hopefully, it happens with Diamante there. So we'll see. And also with Eddie Kingston, we'll see. Also, Santana Ortiz, there's a Latin connection there. So, especially when it pertains to Dasha Gonzalez. And there you go. I don't remember who else. When it pertains to being the elite, when they do the whole learning how to speak Spanglish. I already forgot his name, but that's whatever. But besides that, folks, let's get to it. Just let you know, early on, early before I'll talk about it, later. Just to let you know right now, 13 matches of AEW Dark from August 25th, 2020. Now let's get to how it played out. The opening match was Best Friends being accompanied by Orange Cassidy. They went up against Tim Thomas and Dimitri Johnson. So yeah, Dimitri Johnson, I love his look. I love his physique. Love his dreadlocks. Love how he wrestle. Yes, and also pertains to Storm Thomas. I like how he looked too. Like how he wrestled too. They they wasn't working together as a tag team that much, because they kept tagging themselves into the match, but they ended up working through as a tag team. I don't know if they're gonna be in a tag team in the future on AEW, but they were teaming up against Best Friends, and obviously Best Friends wins. And Trent and Chuck Taylor, just bring those guys' names up. Shawn Spears being accompanied by Tully Blanchard go up against Jesse Sorensen. Match I thought was pretty decent. Jesse Sorensen looked good. In the end, obviously, Shawn Spears isn't winning. After the match, Shawn Spears, he was handed the medal piece from Tully Blanchard as he's just referee, puts in his glove, and then right in the back of the head, because he know the injury that Jesse Sorensen has suffered. And they mentioned this too on commentary as well, pertains to his neck injury. Even Taz mentioned it, because Taz knows a lot about neck injuries, because he's been one of them, those type of neck injuries. But it was not anything worse than how Jesse Sorensen was, how he went through. But yeah, hopefully Jesse Sorensen's there for the long haul. Hopefully he is part of AEW. Pertains to for now a good hand until they do something with him. Hopefully he does get an opportunity to shine on Dynamite, but we'll see. But for now, he's gonna be being an enhancement talent on AEW Dark. Mel versus Straight from Your Mama's Kitchen, Red Velvet. Match itself was pretty decent. Obviously, Mel was dominant in the match, but Red Velvet I guess she got some offense in the match, but in the end, it was Mel getting the win over Red Velvet. So we'll see where it leads to with Mel, leading up to her maybe eventually moving out of AEW Dark and then jumping back into the scene of Dynamite after the whole Nightmare Collective thing has been done. After the whole Nightmare Collective was done with, which I'm glad, by the way, that was not going anywhere anyways. But ever since that was done, they didn't know what to do with Mel. At one point they had her with Luther, but then they for a reason they ended that one. I don't know why, but it's whatever. But I guess why I know why too, because the pandemic ruined everything. Plans changed, unfortunately, like the whole blood and guts situation. So Lance Archer being accompanied by Jake the Snake Roberts versus some guy named D3. I don't remember much of him, but apparently he's got one, maybe two losses already in AEW already. And I'm assuming it was during a tag team match or maybe a 6-man tag team match that I've had no knowledge of it. But Lance Archer comes out, and as always, he's got someone with him, some fat schmoke. He gets him in the ring, but this fat schmoke try to fight back, but then also Lance Archer takes him out, and that was it. And made it to the match between Lance Archer and D3. D3 got a little bit of an offense, but as we all know, the Murhawk Monster ends up winning the match. EBD Claw, everybody dies. There you go. Luther and Serpentico versus the intermission. The intermission, of the librarian, Peter Avalon, meant to say. I was thinking about Petey Williams for a reason. Peter Avalon, meant to say. And also, and Brandon Cutler being accompanied by the librarian, Leva Bates. Before we get to the match itself, which I thought it was decent, but what pertains to the promo, this time what pertains to Peter Avalon from being the Elite after they lost from last AEW Dark match they had, where basically Brandon Cutler confronts Peter Avalon about the whole using the book, trying to cheat and everything, but then Peter Avalon is like, I'm tired of losing everything. I want to do things my way now. And you need to stay on my, basically stay on my way. You do things your way, I'll do things my way. From now on, moving forward as a tag team, and basically saying, he's sick and tired of losing and all that. And it was very good promo. And he's like, he's tired of wrestling on Dark. He wants to get back on Dynamite. He wants to be back on TV. Because he's a guy with a personality. His words and everything. But the way he was saying that, he really wants this so badly, and you believe him when you hear him say that. So he's sick and tired of losing and everything, and he's like, I'm gonna do things my way. If I want to cheat to win, then I'm gonna do that. And you want to do things, goody two shoes and all that, be fair and all that. That's on you. And that's basically what the promo was. So, he leaves, and then Brandon Cutler leaves, and all of a sudden, Leva Bates is there, with a concerned look on her face, and that was it. So it was good. I thought that was a good promo there on being the Elite, where it pertains to the the initiative of pertains to the moving forward of the new directions, to try to win the match. And I thought this was going to be the type of match that was going to win against Luther and Serpentico, and I was wrong. Unfortunately, things didn't go the intermissions away. I mean, the initiatives, the initiative, meant to say. I don't know if I said something different, but I meant to say the initiative. But yeah, it didn't go their way, pertains to Peter Avalon's way, and pertains to Brandon Cutler's way, not even with Leva Bates' way, because at the end of the day, they still end up losing against Luther and Serpentico. And there you go. Nyla Rose being accompanied by Vicky Guerrero versus Kylan King. And match between Nyla Rose and Kylan King was pretty good. Kylan King hold her own against Nyla Rose. She was having, Kylan King was having issues with Vicky Guerrero outside of the ring at one point. But yeah, the match was pretty good between Nyla Rose and Kylan King. And Kylan King was go for something. All of a sudden, referee is distracted by Nyla Rose. Vicky Guerrero gets on the apron and pushes Kylan King off the top rope. And Nyla Rose took advantage and got the win over on Kylan King. After the match, Vicky Guerrero gets on the microphone and she says that she claims that she loves victories and that everyone should feel lucky to witness such greatness and success. She says that they celebrate victory and name themselves the Victors Nevins. The Vicious Nevins, I meant to say. Sorry, I must just read it wrong. The vicious Nevins. Yeah, so basically, Vicky Guerrero. I guess Vicky Guerrero is going to think about you know building up a faction, which is why she came up with this. Because Vicky Guerrero ain't a wrestler, obviously. She's a manager. So the vicious Nevins. I mean the vicious uh ve, ven, vegan vegans. I think that's how I pronounce it. Vegans. The vicious vegans. I'm assuming that's what that means. You know, that's where it is. I mean, that's where I pronounce. But I'll check it later. Right now, let's move on. And she also says she dares anyone from the locker room to step up. I don't know what she means by step up against the vicious vegans or to to step up to fight along with them. With Vicky Guerrero and Nada Rose of the vicious vegans. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But I like the name though. But again, I'm gonna learn that if that is the right words that I'm used. Vegans. We'll see if it is pronounced right. But I'll do it later. We get Billy and Austin Gunn of the Gunn Club versus Frank Stone and Baron Black. The match itself was pretty decent. In the end, it was Billy and Austin Gunn getting the win. Basically, Austin Gunn won with the quick draw, which is a monkey flip or like an arm drag in a way. But actually, no, actually, it is a monkey. It is a monkey toss, meant to say, not monkey flip. Monkey flip is like doing it in the turnbuckle, but sometimes you'll also do it while you're either you're into your opponent or something like that. But it's basically it's a monkey flip. I mean monkey toss. See, I'm screwing up again. Monkey toss. It's like a snap mare in a way or arm drag, but instead you can get from under the arm, and then monkey toss them. Into a neckbreaker, by the way. Yeah, a monkey toss into a neckbreaker. That's he calls the quick draw. Awesome Gun. And then we get to the bad girl, Penelope Ford versus, she's being accompanied by super bad Kip Sabian, but Penelope Ford goes up against Heather Monroe, and both the women looked good in the match. It was pretty decent. In the end, it was Penelope Ford getting the win over on Heather, excuse me, on Heather Monroe. Then we get to Proud and Powerful representing Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz versus the Metro Brothers. I remember the Metro Brothers back in NXT, and I always liked the Metro Brothers, and I also liked the tag team name. I don't remember the names of these guys. Over chance don't be called the Metro Brothers, but they're there in AEW. Hopefully they're there for AEW. Again, there's tag teams, folks. There's actually legit tag teams in a wrestling company, and AEW got those tag teams in AEW. Just saying. But match itself was pretty good. I enjoyed the match. The Metro Brothers are from Coney Island, New York. Santana Ortiz are either they're from the Bronx or the Queens. I can't remember. But basically, from one of those barrels. But Metro Brothers, Coney Island is in Brooklyn, New York. So match was good. It was a very good chemistry. In the end, it was obviously Santana Ortiz getting the win over the Metro Brothers. After the match, Santana Ortiz gets attacked by Best Friends, and they also send Santana Ortiz hightail out of there, and that was it. So the feud continues on between Santana Ortiz and Best Friends, and I'm assuming that's going to lead to All Out. We'll see. We get to Absolute Ricky Starks versus Sean Dean, and match itself was pretty good, with obviously Ricky Starks winning the match. After the match, Ricky Starks goes to the booth of the commentary. Obviously, he gives praise to Taz because he's part of Team Taz. And Tony Schiavone, he was giving him a bump, but he's like, nope. And then also he takes the drink, I think like a Diet Coke, something like that, away from Veda Scott. Veda Scott did not appreciate that, and that was basically it. And yeah, that's Ricky Starks for you. Absolute Ricky Starks. Jake Hager. No, not because of Jake Hager. Yo, rock hard. Jake Hager from the Inner Circle. Freaking Marco's stunt of all people. And by the way, folks, Jake Hager is wearing the exact same attire, that he wore, where it pertains to the Inner Circle being up on Best Friends and Orange Cassidy during that Jericho segment when he made that match between Orange Cassidy and Jericho for All Out. And now I understand why Jake Hager was there. We're in that we're in his ring attire because after the show, after then again, that was also a tape show too on that Saturday. So who knows? But anyways, so they it's I kind of confused myself there, folks. But it could happen. That match could happen. I'm pretty sure that it probably did happen last week on Tuesday, but I don't know, or last Wednesday. You know, when they were when they were live on that Wednesday. But anyways, that's not here or there. But let's get to this match itself. Jake Hager and Marco Stunt having a match. I hated the match. Marco Stunt was playing with cat and mouse for Jake Hager. He got some little offense. Jake Hager at one point did ends up getting him and then winning the match. But I hate this match though. I still hated the match. Marco Stunt sucks. He's garbage. He does not even belong in the ring with a guy like Jake Hager. So it was an embarrassment. We get Frankie Kazarian of SCU versus Superbad Kip Sabian being accompanied by Penelope Ford, the bad girl, who was getting involved in the match too, by the way, between Kip Sabian and Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian and Kip Sabian was having a decent match, with Frankie Kazarian getting the win over the Superbad Kip Sabian. And then Frankie Kazarian chased away Bad Girl Penelope Ford just for a little bit, but and there you go. SCU. And finally, the main event, which I cannot believe this was even the main event. The Hybrid 2, TH2 of Jack Evans and Hanigo versus Joy Janela, and Sunny Kiss. Basically, the bad boy, Joy Janela, and the Concrete Rose, Sunny Kiss. Match itself, it was decent. I mean, I remember there was some spots in the match that I didn't like. Not what Sunny Kiss did. Sunny Kiss did not wrong in this match. She didn't. I mean, he didn't do any twerking or anything. Not like the last time, but it was something that they was trying to go for, whatever, or something like that, or maybe it's some kind of miscommunication, or someone was tagged in and that person was legal, but then I don't remember how it was done, but it was confusing. I was some way. I thought this person was in there or whatever, something like that. Basically, the match was a little bit out of control from the end, but at the end of the day, it was a Hybrid 2 getting the win over Sunny Kiss and Joy Janela, and that was the main event. I did not agree that should have been the main event. That's what I'm gonna say from there. But that was AEW Dark from August 25th, 2020. Vikings. Yeah, probably wondering what I'm talking about. Vicious Vikings. That's how it's pronounced. Vikings. So there you go. My overall rating for the show, by the way, I'm gonna give this show a 7 out of 10. I would have given this show a 9 out of 10. But then the Marco Stunt thing happened, and that main event wasn't the main event material. So, 7 out of 10. Still a good show. With that being said, thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born, the Riddler saying, peace on the streets. This was your All Elite Wrestling review, where it tends to give you AEW Dark results from August 25th, 2020. Until next time, folks, where it tends to the next AEW results were basically for Thursday night Dynamite for the next All Elite review, All Elite Wrestling review, excuse me. But for now, y'all stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself and everything that's going on in the world. Love one another. God bless. Live in peace and harmony. I am out here. Ta-ta. for now.